Hey y'all. So I'll repeat what we ended with yesterday. Aslan said in the silver chair, and that's what we looked at on Monday. Remember the signs and believe the signs. Nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. And I've had to tell myself that a lot of times over the last 4 months, almost 5 months, in dealing with mom deciding she was ready to go to heaven, in dealing with the business after the fact, dealing with just life and relationships, and Natalie and Josh, and how they're coping and dealing and staying in, and then things about church. There were 2 specific words that the Lord had given me. And it was right before mom moved on to heaven. That's what I'm going to say, because she's not lost, she's not dead. She's moved to heaven. She's very much alive. That I do have something to tell you about that, and I don't know whether it'll be in a blog or if we'll slip it in a daily devo one day, but the Holy Spirit is just very kind, and I won't jump on that rabbit trail today. But there were two words specifically that the Lord gave me one of them he repeated 4 times. I mean, he was very adamant 4 times. And that's like going over in the silver chair. Aslan repeated with her, do you get the word? Do you hear the word? Do you know the words? No, you don't. Let's repeat it again. There were 2 things. And, in my frustrations and in my feelings and emotions and all the things that go with all the things that have gone on. And that's why that piece spoke to me so well. Because believe the signs, remember the signs, nothing else matters. Okay, take signs out and replace that with word. Remember the word. Believe the word. Nothing else matters. And so I read this particular passage just the day after or 2 days after Dustin and I had a serious conversation about some things. And then the Lord brought this back to my mind. I say serious conversation. We had in-depth conversation over things that were going on, that we're dealing with. And then the Lord, again, reminding us, remember the word, believe the word, nothing else matters. And so when we look at Joshua, he tells him the same thing. Read the word, remember the word, nothing else matters. Don't turn to the right or to the left. Nothing else matters. And with Zacchaeus, the people were outraged that Jesus would tell such a sinner that he was going to his house. But did Zacchaeus buckle because of what other people thought? Did he run away because Jesus called him by name? Did he say, oh, you can't come to my house? They'll have a problem with it. People like you don't associate with people like me. No. When Jesus said, I'm coming to your house, Zacchaeus said, let me get back there. I chose the wrong bookmark. Zacchaeus said, Lord, half of my goods I now restore back to the poor. And if I have cheated anyone out of anything, I will now restore 4 times as much. And that 4 times as much was based on the law given in Exodus, Leviticus, and Numbers. So as soon as Jesus called him and found him, he was changed. It didn't matter that other people were muttering or complaining. Zacchaeus before the people and before the Messiah said, I will restore. I will give back. I will make right. I can do what I'm supposed to do with integrity, right? He didn't say I'm going to stop being a tax collector. He said I'm going to make it right, and then I'm going to do it right. And so our encounter with the Lord pulls us out of whatever hold or funk or, hard or depressing or oppressing. It just takes an encounter with the Father. And Zacchaeus, he didn't know how to find Jesus. He just knew he wanted to see him. And that's the willingness of the heart, right? When we're in a place where, man, I just want to see him. Oh, I just want to know him. Oh, where is he? I've got to see him. The one that they're talking about, the one who has brought healings and restorations and cast out demons. And you know what he's telling the religious leaders? And he's loving on people. If he can love on those people, surely he could love on me. Oh, I just want to see him. I want to be near him. And I want to know which one he is. When we have that kind of desire, right? The Lord's going to find us. Jeremiah 29:11 is such a familiar passage. I love the 12 and 13 verses because it tells us it's a promise, just like any other promise that we claim as ours, right? That this is a promise of the word. But Jeremiah's 29, it says, then you will call upon me. This is 29:12. You will call upon me, and you will come and pray to me. And what? I will hear you, and I will heed you. Then you will seek me. You will inquire for and require me as a vital necessity, and you will find me when you search for me with all of your heart. I will be found by you. That's a promise. If we seek, then what? We will find. And it just take a step forward. If you're stuck in a hard place, in a lonely place, in an oppressive or depressive place, take a step toward the Father. Even looking at the parable of the prodigal son, the son has rehearsed his speech over and over and over again, how he's just going to ask to be a slave in his father's house. And he just gets to the point where his father can see him, and his father runs. Reach out. Put yourself in a place that, says, Lord, I'm pressed. I am hard pressed, right? Crushed. Pressed but not crushed, persecuted, not abandoned, struck down but not destroyed. So all those things we may be, we may feel that life is pressing. But if you reach out, I promise you, he's going to be there to pull you right back in. I'll see you next week. Bye, y'all.